Hi, my name is Rochelle and I work for the Discovery Program at Sleeping Giant Provincial Park. Today I'm going to share with you how you can build your own bat box and create habitat for bats in your backyard. Bats play a really important role in our ecosystems, and they even love to eat mosquitoes. So building a bat box is a great way to keep mosquito populations down in your backyard. This bat box I'll be building today will be placed in Sleeping Giant in order to provide habitat for many species that live here and allow us to monitor them over time.
All right, let's get started. Now first you'll need to cut all your pieces for your bat house using exterior grade plywood. Now your bat house needs to be at least 20 inches tall and 14 inches wide. For your bat house, you will require two side pieces with a 30-degree angle to help support the roof. You will need a front piece separated into two separate pieces with a ½ inch gap in between to provide ventilation for your bats. And you will need some wood strips, which will help to separate the roosting chambers. These wood strips need to be at least 3/4 inch to 1 inch thick in order to provide adequate space for the bats. As for number of chambers to include, the more the better. Chambers provide space for your bats to roost and to have larger populations inside. As you may have noticed, the back of the bat box is the largest piece required. This is because it needs to have a landing strip for bats to grip on and climb into their home. The landing strip needs to be at least 4 to 6 inches tall. After cutting up all your wood, the next step is to make notches in the back of the bat house and in your chambers. Now there are various ways that you can make notches in the wood, and I chose to use a table saw. I lowered the blade so that it was just barely sticking out, and I ran the wood across it. This allowed it to make notches without completely cutting through the wood. You're probably wondering to yourself, why put notches in the wood? These notches mimic tree bark and allow the bats to properly grip onto the sides of the bat house and freely move around. Next, we will need to drill holes into the chambers using an add-on for a drill that measures about 1½ inches in diameter. You'll want to place the holes closer to the top of the chamber. These holes will allow bats to be able to travel from chamber to chamber inside their new home. Next, you can start building your chambers by using the 1 by 2 inch wood strips between each layer. As you build, make sure to only use exterior grade screws. After constructing your bat house, you will need to go over any cracks or crevices with paintable latex caulking. This will ensure they stay warm during the winter months. Make sure you wait for the latex to fully dry before applying paint. Next, you'll want to sand the outside of your bat box. After sanding, you can use an old cloth or rag to remove any dust from the surface. The color you paint your bat house should depend on the temperatures that your bats will face throughout the year. Here in northwestern Ontario, where Sleeping Giant is located, we tend to get colder temperatures in the spring, winter, and fall. A black bat house will attract the sun and keep the bat house much warmer. Ensure that you only use paint that is water-based, non-toxic, and intended for exterior use. And there you have it, your very own bat box. Now there are specific places where you should try to put up your bat box. It needs to be close to water, high enough off the ground, and not have any branches or things in the way of your bats flying in and out of its home.
Here in Sleeping Giant Provincial Park, we've installed our bat house directly on our maintenance building, and we're very excited to see what new bat residents move in.
For more details on what specific guidelines you'll need to follow to ensure your bats want to live in your home and can survive, please check out the blog post we've put together below. Be sure to share your comments or questions about your experience building your own bat box, and be sure to share the neat observations that I'm sure you'll see after your bats move in. Thanks for listening.